Bon children, how are you? Now we are going to study organization of tissues. Organization of tissues. You know tissues, yes? Already we studied tissues, cell, yes, tissue, organ. How do tissues organize? Okay? Now, tissues. What is tissue? Tissue is a collection of cells which have similar structure and perform relatively common function. Tissue is a collection of cells which have a similar structure and perform relatively common function. That is a tissue. Okay? Tissue is a collection of cells. Collection of cells. Group of cells. Positioned and designed to perform particular function. Positioned and designed to perform particular function is called tissue. Position also, design also. Perform the particular function also. That is a tissue. An organ is a structure made up of a collection of the tissues that carry out specialized function. Heart tissues are there. Cardiac tissue. That tissues are together make a same function. For example, in plant, the root, stem, leaves are organs, whereas xylem and phloem are tissues. Xylem tissue, phloem tissue. Similarly, in animal stomach, for example, is an organ that consists of tissues made up of epithelial cell, gland cell and muscle cells. In this chapter, we will learn about different types of plants and animal tissues. Plant tissue, animal tissue. How they modify to coordinate life activities. That we will study. Okay? Okay. What is tissue? How more cells organize and make a tissue? Unicellular organisms like bacteria and protozoa are made up of single cells, only one cell. On other hand, multicellular organisms like higher plants and animals are composed of millions of different types of cells that are grouped into different levels of organization. Grouped into different level of organization. Multicellular organisms have specialized cells, tissues, organs and organ systems that perform specific function. Cells, tissues, organs, organ systems that perform specific function. Okay, that is the organization of tissues. Organization of tissues. Group of cells positioned and designed to perform a particular function is called a tissue. Okay. What is tissue understood, everybody? Organization of tissue understood. To study plant tissue. Plants, everybody know. Plants tissue is different. Yes. Animal tissues are different. Yes. Plant structures are composed of 4 main tissues. Epidermis, vascular tissues, ground tissues, meristematic tissues. Plant tissues made up of vegetative reproduction tissues. In general, plant tissues are classified 2 types. One is meristematic tissue, another one is permanent tissue. Plant tissues are divided in 2. One is meristematic tissue, another one is permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Okay, meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Now, what are the meristematic tissues? Type of the meristematic tissues that we will study. After we will study the permanent tissues. What are the permanent tissues? What are the types of permanent tissues? That all we will study. Okay. Now, plant tissue, the plant structure are composed main tissues, the epidermis, that is the outer layer that won't protect the plant from the water loss and from the fungi and bacteria. Vascular tissue is transport water, sugar and other material through the plants. Ground tissue, tissues that vascular tissues is embedded in, usually storage cells, that is storing the food. Meristematic, that cells that divide, dividing and plants will grow. Okay, that is the plant's tissues. Now we have meristematic tissues. What is meristematic tissue? Growth of plants occur in certain specific region. This is because of dividing tissue known as meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue dividing. This is because of dividing tissue known as meristematic tissue. Composed of actively dividing cells responsible for the production of the cells. Capacity for division is restricted to certain part of the plant body called meristems. What is meristems? Capacity for division is restricted to certain part of the plant body called meristems. Meristems. Capacity for division is restricted to certain part of the plant body is called meristems, which are active throughout the life of the plant body. Which are active throughout the life of the plant body. Okay. Yes, that is a meristematic tissue. Meristem is derived from the Greek word meristos, which means divisible. Meristos means what? Divisible. Meristos means divisible. Divisible or having cell division activity. Meristematic tissues are group of immature cells that are capable of undergoing cell division. In plants, meristem is found in the zone where growth can take place. Example, apex of stem, root, leaf, primordia, vascular cambium, cork cambium. Apex of stem, root, leaf, primordia, vascular cambium, cork cambium, etc. These are the examples of meristems. Meristematic tissue. Okay. Apex of stem, root, leaf, primordia, vascular cambium, cork cambium. These are the meristems. Meristems. What are the characteristics of meristematic tissues? What are the characteristic features of meristematic tissues? They are living cells. Cells are small, oval, polygonal or round in shape. Cells are small, oval, polygonal, round in shape. They are thin-walled with dense cytoplasm, large nuclei and a small vacuole. Thin-walled dense cytoplasm, large nuclei and a small vacuole. These are the characteristics of meristematic tissue. One more, they undergo mitotic division. They do not store food materials. They do not store food materials. They undergo mitotic division. They are living cells. Cells are small, oval, polygonal or round in shape. Thin-walled dense cytoplasm, large nuclei and small vacuoles. These are the characteristic features of meristematic tissue. What are the types? Types of meristem based on position. Based on position, that is apical meristem. See the picture, apical meristem, the tip of the plant. These are found at the apex or growing points of root and shoot and bring about increase in length. That means the apical meristem is in the tip of the shoot and the tip of the root. That only growing points of the root and shoot. Growing point of root and shoot have apical meristem. Apical meristem. Intercalary meristem. It lies between the region of permanent tissue and spots of primary meristem. Primary meristem. It is found either at the base of leaf. Either at the base of leaf. Everybody see the picture. It is found either at the base of leaf. Base of leaf. See the picture where is intercalary meristem? Yes. Intercalary meristem is in the base of the leaf or the base of internodes or base of internodes. That is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem. Next one, lateral meristem. These are arranged parallel and causes the thickness of plant pod. These are arranged parallel and causes the thickness of plant pod. Lateral meristem. Three kind of meristem. Apical meristem, that is found in the growing point of root and shoot. In intercalary meristem, that is found at the base of leaf, or otherwise base of internodes, base of leaves, base of internode. Okay, that is the intercalary meristem. Next is lateral meristem. These are arranged parallel and causes the thickness of the plant pod. Parallel and thickness of the plant pod. This is a longitudinal section of shoot apex showing location of meristems and young leaves. What are the functions of meristems? Meristems are actively dividing tissues of the plant that are responsible for primary and secondary growth of plants. It is responsible for that are responsible for primary and secondary growth of the plant. Primary, secondary growth of the plant. Meristems are actively dividing tissues of the plant that are responsible for primary and secondary growth of plants. Primary and secondary growth of plants. So, these are the functions of the meristems. Next one, we tissues. Permanent tissue, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Plant tissues are two types. One is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue, that are three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Functions also studied. Next, permanent tissue. Permanent tissues are those in which growth has stopped either completely or for the time being. At times, they become meristematic partially or wholly. At the time, they become meristematic partially or wholly. Permanent tissues are two types, namely simple tissue and complex tissue. Permanent tissue, two types. One is a simple tissue, another one is a complex tissue. Okay, meristematic three type: apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Next, permanent tissue. Permanent tissue dividing two. One is a simple tissue and complex tissue. What are simple tissue? What are complex tissue? That also we will study. Okay, permanent tissue. What is permanent tissue? Tissues that attain their mature form and perform specific function. They stop dividing. Stop dividing. that they stop dividing. That is a permanent tissue. That meristematic tissue growing. Okay, meristematic tissue that will grow. Okay, that meristems means divide. Meristems means divide. The permanent tissue means stop divide. Stop divide. Divide பண்றது stop ஆகும். That is a permanent tissue. Okay. Yes, permanent tissue at times they become meristematic partially and wholly. Permanent tissues are two types, namely simple tissue and complex tissue. Simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Okay. Simple tissue. What is simple tissue? What are they? Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. These are the types of simple permanent tissue. Okay, simple permanent tissue, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Everybody see the picture. Parenchyma. Parenchyma, see the picture everybody. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissue composed of living cells. Parenchyma cells are thin-walled, oval, rounded or polygonal in shape, which well-developed spaces among them. In aquatic plants, parenchyma possesses intercellular air spaces and is named as arenchyma. Arenchyma. When exposed to light, parenchyma cells may develop chloroplast and are known as chlorenchyma. When exposed to light, parenchyma cells may develop chloroplast and are called chlorenchyma. Parenchyma that have chloroplast, that is the other name is chlorenchyma. See the picture everybody. See the picture everybody. Parenchyma. Yes, intercellular space. Vacuoles also present. Parenchyma longitudinal and vertical. Okay. Parenchyma intercellular air spaces are there. That air is present inside the parenchyma, so that is called arenchyma. Arenchyma. In the book everybody see page number 211. Arenchyma. Air is present in the cell. Air is present in the cell, that is a arenchyma. Chloroplast present in the parenchyma cell, that is a chlorenchyma. Do you understand? Parenchyma. That parenchyma, the air is present in the parenchyma, that is a arenchyma. Chloroplasts are present in the parenchyma, that is a chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma. Have you understood, children? Yes. Parenchyma, thin-walled layer made up of cellulose, relatively unspecialized, isodynamic, living cells lying in between specialized tissues. Most abundant tissue found in all non-woody part like stem, root, flower and fruits. Cells are oval, spherical and polygonal in outline. Central vacuole, peripheral cytoplasm and nucleus, loosely packed with small and large intercellular space. Loosely packed with small and large intercellular space. So, central vacuole is present. Peripheral cytoplasm and nucleus also present. Cells are oval in shape, sometimes spherical, otherwise polygonal in outline. Okay. Yes, spherical, polygonal and oval shape also. So, simple tissue, that is parenchyma. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissue composed of living cells. Parenchyma cells are thin-walled, oval, rounded or polygonal in shape, which developed spaces among them. In aquatic plants, parenchyma possesses intercellular aspaces and is named as parenchyma. When exposed to that light, parenchyma cells are developed chloroplast. Chloroplast that are known as chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma. Parenchyma may store water in many succulent and xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants and succulent plants, parenchyma store more water. Parenchyma store more water. It serves the function of storage of food, reserves absorption, buoyancy, secretion. It also serves as function of storage of food, reserves, absorption, buoyancy, secretion. These are the parenchyma special features. Parenchyma may store water in succulent and xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants means desert plant. It also serves as function of storage of food reserves, absorption, buoyancy, secretion, etc. In potato, parenchyma vacuoles are filled with starch. In apple, parenchyma stores sugar. In apple, parenchyma stores sugar. Collenchyma, next one, collenchyma. Okay, simple permanent collenchyma. Simple permanent parenchyma, simple permanent collenchyma. What is living tissue found beneath the epidermis? Found beneath the epidermis, cells are elongated with unevenly thickened wall. Cells have rectangular, oblique or tapering ends and persistent protoplast. They possess thick primary, long lignified walls. They provide mechanical support for growing organs. They provide mechanical support to the growing organs. Collenchyma, that is, they possess thick primary long non-lignified walls. They provide mechanical support for growing organs. Growing organs. Collenchyma. Next, what are the functions of collenchyma? Strength, giving the strength, provide mechanical strength and flexibility. Because of collenchyma plant, organ can be bent without breaking. Growth, allows growth and elongation of organs. Storage, being a living tissue, store food. Storage, a living tissue, it store food. Photosynthesis, cells may contain chloroplast and take part in photosynthesis. Cells may contain chloroplast and take part in photosynthesis. Storage, being a living tissue, it stores food. Growth allows growth and elongation of organ. Elongation of organ. These are the function of collenchyma. Next one we have simple permanent tissue, sclerenchyma. Simple permanent tissue. That is a sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of thick-walled cells which are often lignified. Sclerenchyma cells are dead and do not possess living protoplast. At maturity, sclerenchyma cells are grouped into fibers and scleroids. Sclerenchyma cells grouped into fibers and scleroids. Fibers are elongated sclerenchymatous cells usually with pointed ends. Fibers, see the picture, fibers, lignified walls. Fibers are abundantly found in many plants. The average length of fibers is 1 to 3 millimeter. Length of fibers 1 to 3 millimeter. However, the plant like nylon, Eusitatiaceae, Semum, Cannabis sativa, hemp, Cannabis sativa, Corchorus capillaris, jute. Fibers are extensively longer, ranging from 20 to 5500 millimeter, 20 millimeter to 550 millimeter. Scleroids are widely distributed in plant body. Scleroids are widely distributed in plant body. They are usually broad, may occur in single or in groups. Scleroids are isodynamic with lignified walls. Pits are prominent and seen along the walls. Lumens is filled with wall material. Scleroids are also common in fruit and seeds. Lumen is filled with wall materials. Scleroids also common in fruit and seeds. In the book picture, everybody see sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, narrow lumen, lignified thick-walled fiber. Scleroid. Everybody see the picture scleroid. Scleroids are widely distributed in plant body. They are usually broad, may occur in single or in group. Scleroids are isodynamic with lignified walls. Pits are prominent and seen along with the lumen is filled with wall material. Scleroids are common in fruits and seeds. Long, narrow, dead and highly thick-walled, while little lumen, that is the internal space. Thickening is made up of lignin. Thickening is made up of lignin. Lignin functions as cement and cordons the cells. The wall contains certain unthicked areas, pits. Sclerenchyma occurs in stem of monocot plant around vascular bundle, xylem and phloem. Hard having of group hard covering of nuts, huck and coconut, grit of apple, pear and guava. Thickening is made up of lignin. Lignin function as cement and cordon the cells. The walls contain certain unthicked areas. Pits, that is pits. Unthickened area, that is a pits. Sclerenchyma. Fibers are elongated sclerenchyma cells, usually with pointed edge. Their wall are lignified. Fibers are abundantly found in tree plants. The average length of fiber is 1 to 3 millimeter. However, the plants like Lumion, Unstalitia, Cannabis sativa, the Corpus capsularis fibers are extremely longer, ranging from 20 to 530 km. Scleroids are widely distributed in plant body. Scleroids are widely distributed in the plant body. They are usually broad. Scleroid that usually broad, but our single or group scleroid are dermic. With a lignified wall, these pits are prominent and long prominent seen along the walls. Everybody see the picture. Everybody see the picture. Sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma. Fibers. Scleroid given. Fibers and scleroid. Fibers and scleroids. H1 complex tissue. Complex tissue. What is complex tissue? Complex tissue is made up of more than one type of cell. More than one type. That work together as a result. Complex tissue consists parenchyma, sclerenchyma cells. However, collenchyma cells are not present in such tissues. Common tissues are xylem and phloem. Common tissues are xylem and phloem. Complex tissue are made up of more than one type of cells that grown into the parenchyma and sclerenchyma cells. Collenchymatous are not present in such tissues. Common examples are xylem and phloem. Common examples of xylem and phloem. The complex tissues two are there. One is xylem, another one is phloem. Xylem is responsible for conduction of mineral salt and water from root to upper region and as provide mechanical support to the plant body. Mechanical support to the plant body. Give the food to root to all part of the body. Xylem is also as wood the forms forms the bulk of roots and stem of vascular plants. Xylem is composed of three types of cells, some of which are living and some are non-living. Some of which are living, some of are non-living. So, xylem is responsible for conduction of mineral salt and water from roots, the upper region and also provides mechanical support to plant body. Xylem is also called as wood and forms in the bulk of root and stem of vascular bundles. Xylem is composed of three types of cells, some of which are living and some non-living. Some are living, some are non-living. That xylem is composed of three types of cells, some of which living and some of non-living. Okay, next we have to see phloem tissue. Xylem is conducting tissue which conduct water, minerals, nutrient upward from root to leaves. Xylem give mechanical support to the plant body. Xylem is composed of xylem trachea, xylem fiber and xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma. Four types: xylem tracheates, xylem fibers, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma. Xylem tracheates, these are encouraged, elongated, tube-like structure and cells with hard, thick and identify walls. Hard, thick, identify walls. That the end of the chopping plant are sisal-like and devoid of protoplast and have large lumen without any content. Their function is common but of water and providing mechanical support to the plant. Mechanical support to the plant. Yes, xylem and xylem fiber. Xylem fibers are elongated, lignified with pointed and both side xylem fiber provided mechanical support to plant. Mechanical support to plant. Next is xylem vessel, xylem parenchyma. Xylem fiber, xylem vessel, xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma, these are living and non-living things. The main function of the xylem parenchyma is store such and the fatty substances. The main function of xylem parenchyma is store starch and fatty synthesis. Living and non-living things called the main function of xylem and parenchyma is to move starch and the fatty substances. Fatty substances. Phloem. Phloem, that only one component of the phloem, thick-walled, elongated, spindle-shaped dead cell, which possesses narrow lumen, provide mechanical strength to tissues. That provide the mechanical strength to the tissues. Next one, complex permanent tissue, phloem, complex permanent tissue, xylem. That two are complex tissue, complex permanent tissue. The everybody see the picture. Everybody see the picture. Xylem and the phloem given. First picture xylem. That function of xylem parenchyma is store starch and fatty substances. Xylem parenchyma that store the starch. Xylem vessels that is like a water pipe. The main function of water to transport water and also to provide mechanical strength. Transport water and mechanical strength. Okay? Yes. Phloem. Phloem, that is the only non-living component of phloem, is thick-walled, elongated, spindle-shaped. Thick-walled, elongated, spindle-shaped. Dead cells which possesses narrow lumen provide mechanical strength to the tissue. Okay, phloem, that is a sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma. Here xylem fiber, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma. Yes, here sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma. Phloem is a complex tissue and consists of following elements: sieve elements, companion elements, phloem fibers, phloem parenchyma. Sieve elements, what are they? Sieve elements. Sieve elements, the conducting element of phloem, are collectively called sieve elements. Sieve tubes are elongated, tube-like slender cell. Placed end to end. That transfer walls at the end of the perforated and are known as sieve plates. The main function of sieve tubes is translocation of food from leaves to storage of organ to the plant's post. That means the phloem translocation of the food materials from the leaf to all other parts and the storage part also. Okay, that the sieve element work is translocation of food. Sieve elements. Okay, main function of sieve tubes is translocation of food from leaves to the storage organ of the plant. Companion cells, these are elongated cells attached to the lateral wall of the sieve tubes. A companion cell may be equal in length to accompanying sieve tube element. The mother cell may be divided transversely, forming a series companion cells. That is tube like sieve tube, the wall of sieve tube. Companion cells, elongated cells attached to the lateral wall of sieve tube. Okay, இந்த sieve tube attach பண்ணிருக்கு. Companion cell may equal length to accompanying the sieve tube element and mother cell may divided transversely, forming a series of companion cells. Phloem parenchyma, xylem parenchyma main function is storing the starch. Here phloem parenchyma are living cells which have cytoplasm and a nucleus. Their function is to store food materials. Here phloem parenchyma also store, function of phloem parenchyma, that is a store food materials. Have you understood, children? Complex permanent tissue. Complex tissue two. One is xylem and another one is phloem. Xylem and now we will see the difference between the xylem and the phloem. Xylem and the phloem. Xylem contact water and minerals. Phloem contact organic solutes and food materials. Xylem conduction is mostly unidirectional, that is from the root to apical part of the plant. Root to apical part of the plant. Conduction may be bidirectional from leaves to storing organ and growing part of the from storage organ to growing part of the plant. Okay, conduction mostly unidirectional. எங்க இருந்து எங்க வருது? சைலம் ரூட்ல தண்ணி, ரூட் வந்து தண்ணி அப்சர்வ் பண்ணி மேல எல்லா பார்ட்டுக்கும் மேல அனுப்புது. ஒரே டைரக்ஷன் தான். up only going. Conduction of phloem bidirectional. லீஃப் தான் ஃபுட் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணுது. ஃபுட் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணி ஸ்டோரேஜ் ஆர்கனுக்கு அனுப்புது. அடுத்து growing part from storage organ to growing part of the plant. Growing part of the plant க்கு அனுப்புது, ஸ்டோர் பண்ணதுக்கும் அனுப்புது. That means bidirectional form. Bidirectional. Next, conducting channels are tracheids and vessels. Tracheids, xylem tracheids and xylem vessels. That is a conducting channels. Here conducting channels are sieve tubes. Sieve tubes is a phloem conducting channel. Component of xylem include tracheid vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. Components of sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma. There are also three. Here also three. There xylem conduct water and minerals. Phloem conduct organic food materials. Xylem conduction is mostly unidirectional from root to apical part of the plant. Conduction may be phloem bidirectional from leaves to storage organ and growing part. From storage organ to growing part of the plant. Two direction. Conducting channels are tracheids and vessels. Conducting channels are sieve tubes. Components of xylem include tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fiber. Components of sieve elements, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fiber. Okay, these are the difference between the xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Differences between the meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. What is permanent meristematic tissue we studied? What is permanent tissue studies? What are the types of meristematic tissues? What are the types of permanent tissue studied? Yes. Now, what are the difference between the meristematic tissues and permanent tissue? See, everybody see the table. Nature. Cells are small, isodynamic and differentiated. Unidifferentiated. Cells are large. Permanent tissue cells are large. Differentiated with different shapes. Meristematic space, intercellular space absent. Permanent tissue intercellular space often present. Vacuoles nearly absent. Permanent tissue, large central vacuoles is in the permanent cells. Nucleus, large and prominent nucleus is there. Less conspicuous nucleus is there. Cell wall is thin. Cell wall is thick or thin. In meristematic division, regular division, permanent tissue cells do not normally divide. Meristematic tissue is a simple tissue. Permanent tissue is simple and complex tissue. Meristematic only simple tissue. Permanent simple tissue and complex tissue. Meristematic organelles are simple. Permanent organelles are well developed. Okay. Have you understood, children? What are the difference between the meristematic tissue and permanent tissue? Understood? Cell wall is thin and elastic. Cell wall is thick. Meristematic tissue component cells are small, spherical, polygonal and undifferentiated. Permanent component cells are large, differentiated with different shapes. Meristematic cytoplasm dense and vacuoles are nearly absent. Permanent tissue, usually large central vacuole is present, living permanent cells. Meristematic tissue, intercellular space absent. Permanent tissue, intercellular space present. Meristematic tissue, nucleus is large and prominent. Permanent tissue, nucleus is less conspicuous. Meristematic tissue cells grow and divide regularly. Permanent tissue cells do not normally divide. Meristematic tissue provide mechanical support and elasticity to the plant body. Permanent tissue provide only mechanical support. Okay, these are the difference between meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Okay, children. Your homework is 10 fill in the blanks. Write 10 fill in the blanks in this part. You read the lesson properly and make 10 fill in the blanks. Okay. Read properly. Write the correct sentence. Correct fill in the blanks. Meaningful sentence you write it. Okay, children. Write 10 fill in the blanks. Next, classwork. Draw parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. That is a permanent tissue. Sorry, simple tissue. Simple permanent tissue. Okay, draw the picture. Parenchyma picture, collenchyma picture and sclerenchyma picture. Okay, draw this in your classwork note. Okay, children, draw in your classwork note. Everybody study properly. Yes.